What's up, everyone? Today we will be giving an update on Terra Luna because this story is just too bubblicious, juicy fruit juicy. Now we're seeing Kwon finally breaking his silence, and he's starting to tweet and talk and dialogue with the Terra Luna community. We have to ask ourselves, why are you doing this now? Is it because you're done doing back-end deals? Is it because you're done talking with the validators? Are you done talking with the builders? Are you done doing all the back-end stuff? And now it is time to break the silence and get out some facts so people can understand what is truly happening. This is great because now we are able to see some facts from the horse's mouth itself, and now we will be able to see what's really going on, and hopefully this will shed some light on the situation and ease some minds. Terra Luna voting, yes, 62%, abstain 20%, no 0.42%, and no is a veto 16.49%. But yet we have validators here. Did not vote. 76 validators did not vote, and 55 validators did vote. This is very interesting because now we're seeing validators not voting, or they haven't voted yet. So the question is, why haven't the other 76 validators voted yet? I suspect some of the reasons are due to compensation. And what are they going to do? Are they going to get an allocation and just a standard allocation, or are they going to get something above and beyond to stay on a Terra Luna network on version 2.0? Now, we've seen Algorand, we've seen Binance. They're offering their hand and saying, hey guys, come here and build with us and we'll help you out. Now I have to wonder, are these other validators using this as leverage to get a better deal with, say, Binance or the Algorand network? These are some of the possible outcomes of what's currently going on. And as you know, this vote ends in 4 days, so there will be some time to either vote or, in my opinion, negotiate. And when you are in the world of cryptocurrency or in any world in general, there is always room for negotiation. Now, I'm not saying it'll go their way, but we have to wait and see. And the thing is that the more validators we have that will move over into version 2.0 Terra Luna, I believe that'll make the network that much stronger, and that'll resume everything business as usual. Kwon is breaking his silence. IBC assets will be indexed. What does that mean? This means that other cryptocurrency blockchains, they can communicate with each other using this universal language. And this is fantastic. When he says this will be indexed, it means that if you are on a different blockchain, it means that you will count. And I've been seeing a lot of users having confusion saying, hey, what happens to my Luna? Does it go here? Does it go there? Do I get version 2.0? I don't know what's going on. And it's due in part because many users who have bought Luna recently or even in the past, they may not truly understand what's really going on the back end because it's a lot more complicated than it seems. And this complication in the past was all taken care of by Luna. That's why you never see it, and that's why you never heard it, and that's why you never thought about it. But now that we're going to move over to version 2.0, it all comes to light saying, hey, what's going on? Long story short, Kwon is saying that if you have your cryptocurrency, Terra Luna in general, on a different IBC chain, well, it will be indexed and it will be counted. And in my opinion, the easiest and best way is to actually be on the Terra Luna network itself. But of course, this will be a personal choice as to what you want to do. You can choose to move over, you can choose to stay. I've been in Singapore since last December. This is a personal decision and has long been planned. I've been open about being located in Singapore across multiple interviews and podcasts. Shutting down a company just takes some time, and timing is purely coincidental. I've been saying this for the past couple of videos now, that hey, all these rumors and speculation about Mr. Kwon closing up the Terra Luna company in South Korea was all coincidental. And sure, it sounds great, like, oh my god, it's a great conspiracy theory. He closed up shop and he ran away with all your money. That makes a great story. And now, as I've said in the previous few videos, that hey, you know what, to open and close a company, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't just file some paperwork and it happens the next day, because as you know, the government needs to process it and do this and that in order to get everything in order. And as you know, the government does not work that quick. Korea has 0 crypto taxes and cheaper cost of living, not a major factor in my decision. We have no outstanding tax liabilities in Korea. The NTS did conduct a tax audit across all the major cryptos with a presence in Korea and applied Korean tax code to foreign mother companies. And every other company ended up paying as a result. We paid in full, not unique to TFL. So we can see here, folks, that Mr. Kwon has paid all of his taxes to South Korea. So all the rumors of him saying, hey, he's running away to avoid taxes, this simply isn't the case. What happened was that South Korea spent a lot of money during the COVID crisis, and now they're trying to shore up their accounts and they're going after companies who are profitable. Kwon and the TFL said, you know what, here's your money. Let's be done with it and move on. And they pay their taxes, and that's fine. End of story. The other thing here is that what makes a more juicy and more interesting story? The one where Kwon pays his taxes, or the one where Kwon runs away with your cryptocurrency money, closes up shop, and then lives a fairy tale life in Singapore? Well, I think the latter sounds a lot more interesting if you ask me, personally speaking. So with that being said, leave me a comment down below. After hearing all of this from the horse's mouth, do you believe it? Do you not believe it? What do you think? The infamous question, why don't you try to burn the Luna? Kwon says, how would I burn Luna exactly? I don't own a Luna millions of people are holding, and we control less than 0.1% of the supply. So Kwon is just point blank saying, hey dude, how do I burn tokens that I do not own? We own 0.1% of the supply, which is next to nothing. And how do you suggest I do this? So people are saying, why don't you use the funds in LFG to pay for it? Kwon says, hey, we've already used that due to all the short sellers, and it wasn't successful to say the least. And Kwon says, I did not create the Luna tokens. It was part of the protocol. That's the way it worked, and that's what it did. It worked as intended, and that is why we are here right now, because of the way the protocol worked. It was an exploit that was exploited by a very powerful group. Kwon says, happy to engage with any lawsuit or regulatory inquiry to the best of our ability. We have nothing to hide. After reading this comment on Twitter, this leads me to believe that Kwon could possibly be innocent, and maybe it wasn't as malicious and as planned out as everyone thinks, even though it all coincidentally seems that way. In America, you can plead the fifth, which means you can exercise your Fifth Amendment right, and that means that you can have the right to remain silent so you do not self-incriminate yourself. Clearly, when Kwon says this, he's obviously not in America, he's in Singapore, but the same thing applies though. If he was truly guilty, maybe it would be a better idea to keep your mouth shut. So him coming out and saying this, it's very ballsy, and I don't see why you would say it for any other reason except that maybe, you know what? Maybe you know what, guys? He could just be telling the truth. I understand that that seems like, no way, Jose, that makes no sense whatsoever. But understand that after seeing all these tweets and seeing him speak out, I genuinely believe that he did not want any of this to happen, but it did. And everything, and all you can say is that, you know what? The guy is trying to do right by everyone. Obviously, it won't be enough, but hey, he's doing his best, right? My priority is not about what happens to me, but making sure the Terra community has a place to build and years of the work does not go to waste. I don't care what happens to me, as long as that happens. Understand that this is Kwon's baby, and he has been heavily invested in this project, emotionally, financially, spiritually, any which way you can think of. He's literally given his whole heart and soul into this project here. So with that being said, nobody wants to see their project fail, and that's why he's doing everything humanly in his power to try to rectify the ship and to salvage the best parts of it and to continue the Terra Luna community in any which way that is possible. All we can do right now is let everything play out to its course, and we're seeing some actual official verbiage from Kwon, and we have to understand that, hey, you know what? We should listen to the guy and give him a chance, because if you all come with your pitchforks, you already come in with a mindset saying you're guilty, 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 irregardless of what he says. So him doing this is trying to clear his name, and he's trying to do right by the community, in my opinion. And that's why I believe Terra 2.0 will come out harder and stronger because of this. And ladies and gentlemen, Terra Luna, like I said before, can still be the play of 2022. Because when Terra 2.0 comes out, well, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be a different ball game. We have to see where the dust settles, but this can be another opportunity where many millionaires are minted. Make sure you guys like this video and smash that subscribe button if you're into that kind of thing. And most importantly, have an awesome day. And I will catch you all on the next one. Shh.